My name is Logan. I share this story to peoples in same situation as mine. Guys, don't be fools. Here is my story. When I won $100,000 in the lottery, it felt like my life might finally change. Not enough to retire, but enough to breathe, pay off debt, maybe move out of my parents' house, finally have a fresh start at 28. But I made the mistake of telling no one at first. Then my cousin Marcus saw something on my laptop during my mom's birthday dinner. A bank email, probably. The next day I was getting messages like, "Yo, we hitting Vegas or what?" And "God blessed you, so now you can bless others." Within 48 hours, the entire family chat was blowing up. My mom, Ruth, posted a passive-aggressive prayer about generosity. My sister Kaylee stopped by just to cross her arms and ask if I planned to help them out with rent. I hadn't even cashed the check yet. Nobody asked how I was doing, just how much I was handing out. I told Kaylee I hadn't made any decisions yet. She rolled her eyes and said, "The only thing you're good for is your money. Definitely not your problems." It stung, but not as much as what came next. When I told my dad, George, that I was moving into a small apartment across town, he exploded. "We're not your damn slaves," he snapped when I asked for help moving. "Don't expect us to break our backs just so you can run off and act better than us." Ruth pretended not to hear, scrolling through her phone. Kaylee muttered, "Drama king," before walking out. I just stared at them and said one word, "Noted." Then I left. The fallout. The first night in my new place, I lay on the floor without a couch, eating fast food and using my phone's data because the Wi-Fi wasn't hooked up yet, and I felt more peace than I'd ever felt in my parents' house. Then came the voicemails. "You're supposed to take care of us, after everything we've done, ungrateful bastard." I didn't reply. I just let the silence speak for me. Marcus texted next. "Your dad says you're in trouble. Everything okay?" I sent a thumbs up and nothing else. Ruth left a voicemail saying George's blood pressure was up, the landlord was calling, and if you really love us, you'd help. Kaylee Venmo requested $300, then $500. "Just in case," she said. I ignored both. She texted, "Guess you're too busy counting your money." It wasn't even about the money. It was the entitlement, the rewriting of history. The sudden way they acted like I owed them everything because they let me live there, as if I hadn't been working dead-end jobs and fixing my own car while Kaylee got free passes because she was Ruth's favorite. The breaking point. Then the landlord, Mr. Jenkins, who I knew from high school, called, "Hey, just checking in. Your folks haven't paid rent in 2 months." I told him straight. "I don't live there anymore." He sighed. "Yeah, figured. Your mom said you came into some money, so..." They'd already been behind before the lottery. They just never told me. That's when I realized their plan. Guilt me into covering their rent without even having the decency to ask directly. So I asked Mr. Jenkins, "What happens if they don't pay?" He said, "They're out at the end of the lease unless someone else takes it over." I said, "Let me know if you're looking for a new tenant." The escalation. Kaylee showed up at my apartment. Don't ask how she got the address. Probably Marcus. She banged on my door, demanding I let her crash for a few days. When I blocked her entry, she tried to slap me and screamed about how selfish I was. George called the next day. I didn't answer. He left a voicemail full of disappointment and rage. Then Ruth texted, "We were harsh, but family comes first." I replied, "Family goes both ways." No response. A few days later, a girl from high school DM'd me. "Your mom posted a GoFundMe. Says your family's in crisis." I clicked the link. It was Ruth, painting herself as the victim. Sad photo of the house. Comments from church friends. "Praying for you. Kids today have no gratitude." I left one comment. "Maybe try asking the son you kicked out before begging strangers." It was deleted within 5 minutes. The next day, I got more calls. "You're ruining the family. You'll regret this. We need you." I stopped listening. The power shift. Jenkins texted again. "They're 3 months behind. Lease ends soon. Still interested?" I said, "Yeah, but only if they're out on time. No grace period." He replied, "Deal." It felt cold, but not as cold as being treated like an ATM. They kept trying. Church friends called. Some left voicemails calling me heartless. Marcus texted saying I needed to step up. I blocked him. Kaylee showed up again, tried to force her way into my building. I told security not to let her in. She screamed in the lobby until she was escorted out. George tried too. Told the front desk he had an emergency. I told them to keep him out. Ruth's GoFundMe vanished after people began asking questions like, "Where's your son in all this?" They were unraveling. The final move. A week before the lease transfer, Ruth texted like nothing had happened. "Hope you're doing well. The house is going through changes. Maybe come visit?" Kaylee Venmo'd me $100, then sent a message. "Guess you really don't care." George left a voicemail. "Men take care of their families. You owe us." Then came move-out day. I pulled up just as they were finishing. Ruth waved. I walked past her. Kaylee blocked the door. "You're not family if you do this." George muttered, "After everything." I stepped around them, entered what was now my house, and started unpacking. Ruth kept talking on the porch. Kaylee tried to follow me inside. I blocked the door. She pushed. I stood firm. She finally gave up and stormed off. The landlord showed up, handed me the keys, and said, "Congrats." They stood there, speechless. I heard Ruth say, "We need you. Please don't leave us like this." I ignored her.